In this study on alcohol consumption and fecundability, we aim to evaluate the extent to which preconception alcohol consumption affects female fertility. Alcohol consumption is an integrated part of normal lifestyle for many women of reproductive age. However, women trying to become pregnant are advised not to drink alcohol, even though the extent to which alcohol consumption affects fertility is unclear. Most previous studies have collected retrospective data on pre-pregnancy alcohol consumption and thus are susceptible to left truncation bias, recall bias, and selection bias. Our study is based on the Soon Parents cohort, a prospective cohort study of Danish women trying to become pregnant. Enrollment and data collection are managed via the study website. Participants complete a screener questionnaire, a baseline questionnaire, and follow-up questionnaires bi-monthly for 12 months or until conception occur. A woman is eligible to participate if she is between 18 and 40 years old, she is in a stable relationship with a male partner, if she is a Danish citizen, if she is trying to become pregnant and not receiving fertility treatment. Almost 9,500 eligible women enrolled in the study, and after exclusions, the final study population included 6,120 women. Participants reported their average alcohol intake in bottles of beer and glasses of wine and spirits. Time to pregnancy was measured in menstrual cycles. We computed fecundability ratios to estimate the cycle-specific probability of conception among the exposed divided by that of the unexposed. A fecundability ratio below 1 indicates reduced fertility. At baseline, the median alcohol intake was 2 servings per week, and more participants consumed wine compared with beer or spirits. Compared with no alcohol consumption, the adjusted fecundability ratios for low to moderate amounts of alcohol intake per week were close to 1. However, intake of 14 or more servings per week was associated with an 18% decrease in fecundability. We observed no considerable differences in the association between consumption of beer or wine. The prospective design and the study retention of 88% are major strengths of our study. Further, our participants were pregnancy planners recruited via the internet. Therefore, some differences are likely to exist between our study population and the population of all Danish women. However, these differences do not affect the internal validity of the study. The study also has some limitations. First of all, the number of women consuming more than 14 servings of alcohol per week is low. Secondly, alcohol intake is self-reported and not validated. If alcohol intake is inaccurately reported, it is most likely underreported. Therefore, if underreporting is consistent across levels of intake, the threshold level of 14 servings per week is most likely too low. And finally, our data did not distinguish between regular drinking and binge drinking, and we lacked information about males' consumption of alcohol. We found that drinking 14 or more servings per week of alcohol was slightly associated with reduced fecundability, while drinking less appeared to have no noticeable effect on fertility. Nonetheless, because the fetus may be vulnerable to alcohol during their first weeks after conception, it seems sensible for women who are trying to become pregnant to avoid alcohol drinking during their fertile window or until pregnancy has been ruled out.